Hi, I'm Johnny, CEO and co-founder at CyclicBio. We are decarbonizing the chemicals industry by making sustainable chemicals from CO2. Now, chemicals surround us in our day-to-day lives. They're in the vaccines we use, in our soaps, and in the gas we use to fill our cars up. Modern life just wouldn't be possible without them. But all of this comes at a massive cost. The chemicals industry is a huge emitter. It is responsible for 7% of global greenhouse gas emissions. For example, to make just one chemical, ethylene, which we use in plastics, we break down fossil fuels in a process that produces 260 million tons of CO2 every year. That's equivalent to the emissions of 4.5 New Yorks. All of that for just one chemical. The chemicals industry is waking up to this problem, and companies are transitioning to be more sustainable or even go carbon negative. And to do that, they're going to need sustainable supplies of chemicals. Now, this actually isn't the first time that Earth's atmosphere has had high levels of greenhouse gases. If we were to travel back in time to 2 billion years ago, we'd have choked on the air. But then, ancient cyanobacteria removed CO2 from the air and using the sunlight, turned it into breathable oxygen, transforming the atmosphere over hundreds of millions of years and giving rise to life as we know it today. And today, we can once again use these ancient cyanobacteria to clean up our atmosphere and remove CO2. We've taught these old dogs a few new tricks by giving them extra genes from nature, which gives them new abilities to make chemicals from CO2. And we call this process upcycling CO2. We grow the engineered cyanobacteria in a photobioreactor to which light and CO2 are supplied. The cyanobacteria naturally take in the CO2 and convert it to fatty acids. And then we use extra genes that are unique to us to take those fatty acids and turn them into our final product, which can be different kinds of chemicals, such as a fragrance, a nutraceutical, or even a biofuel. Our total addressable market is $1.2 trillion and is made up of 9 unique markets for different kinds of chemicals that we could expand to in the near, medium, and long term. Our service addressable market is the $38 billion flavor and fragrances market, with the service obtainable market being the market for natural decalactones, which are high-value flavor and fragrance compounds. This market is worth $108 million and has grown at an annual rate of 7%. Recently, we were able to achieve de novo biosynthesis of decalactones at a lab scale with engineered strains that are capable of making the 2 kinds of decalactone, gamma and delta. We are the only company that is making natural and carbon negative flavors and fragrances. Also, compared to our biotech competitors, we are focused on making different kinds of chemicals with their R&D so far not applicable to manufacturing the chemicals that we are producing. Our go-to-market will be the world's first carbon-negative, all-natural perfume. The decalactones have aromas of peach and coconut, giving a product that not only smells good, but is good for the environment, perfect for today's eco-conscious consumer. We've got a highly efficient business model. We'll start with B2C sales of that perfume, and then as our manufacturing capabilities scale, we will commence bulk B2B sales of pure chemicals. So far, through discussions with flavor and fragrance companies, we've had 3 companies request samples and received a verbal offer for an LOI from Omega Ingredients, who were so impressed by what we're doing that they called our solution a no-brainer. We've got a great, yes, I know, I love that quote. We've got a great team to pull this off. My co-founder, Patrick, and I founded CyclicBio because we are fed up of science not leaving the lab and having a real-world impact. Our vision for the company is for CyclicBio to be a world leader in the CO2 to chemicals field. And we're joined by Tolu, who's manufacturing samples for our customers now. We're also advised by Professor Helgard from Imperial College on bioprocess and scale-up, complementing our skill sets, and by Andreas, a director at the Oceano Azul Foundation on governance and entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for listening, and help us to make the world a better place by contacting me or finding me after the pitches. Thank you.